Hello YouTubers, this is my dehydrator with my crabs in it, even though that does sound kind of funny, but I wanted to show you that they're in the dehydrator. And let me turn you around here so you can see the mortar and pestle that I use here. What this video is about is first of all, I do not kill the crabs myself. If my husband goes out to a restaurant and eats, or if we buy like stuffed crabs at the store, when my husband eats crab, he always saves the shells for me. I clean them out and I let them soak overnight, washing them out again. While I'm talking, I'm going to put 2 or 3 of these in here. As you can see, they're all cleaned out. A couple, I'll put another one. See? So they've all been cleaned, washed several times, soaked. I'll go ahead and put one more in there. Okay. So after I get them washed out, after I get them in the dehydrator, after they're all completely dried, after 2 or 3 days, then I will pat dry them before I put them in the dehydrator. I just want to add that part so you don't put them in there while they're soaking wet. Then you place them in the mortar pestle and then you crush them. And then you place the crushed shells in a glass jar, which I will crush some of these up so that you can see what they look like, because I do sell them on my website, and I will put the link below on my website. So if you want to purchase any of them, you don't have to go through all the work if you don't have access to do that, and you can just purchase them from me. But this is the way that I use, my personal way that I use them in my prayer workings. If someone has a bad habit or an addiction, or they need to go backwards, as in moving, or in a relationship, say they've done something wrong in a relationship, they wish things could go back, they're having difficulty with it, they need me to do a prayer, or a prayer working, then this is what I use these for, because I'll incorporate it, the crab shell, to symbolize going back the way that things were before the bad habits, before the addictions, etc., before all of that started. So since crabs, they move forward, they move sideways, and they move backwards. So in addictions and bad habits and stuff like that, they've gone forward, they're doing their bad habits, they're trying to stop, they can't get it right, they go sideways, they keep falling back into the situation, they need to go backwards. That's where this comes in at. For the people that say crabs don't move backwards, I am here to say yes, they do. I lived on the coast. I know they move backwards. I've seen many of them move backwards. They walk backwards. So this is what the crab symbolizes in a person's life, to do the prayer for the situation to go backwards. Now, I also use this in my prayers along with my powders and my oils, and you can see all of them over there. But anyway, this is about this, but just to let you know what is what. And so what you do is pretty much just about like the eggshell video I did, and I'll just kind of crush these down with my hand first, just to break them up. As you can see there, let me figure this out here. So like this, and then I will, and be careful because these are mighty sharp. You know, thinking about it, you could also even like break these off and use those in protection prayers also. Put them in your protection jars. See how sharp they are? Just break them off. You can always save them. I may have to do that to some of them. So anyway, let me put this back down. And you're just going to, I have some other mortal pestles, but I like using this one for things like this, like the bigger. Let me move my hand because I have my hand all in the way. So this is what you're going to do. You're just going to crush and crush. You're going to get it really, really fine. As many of these I did, I've never really thought about those pieces for protection, but they would definitely be very, very good for protection. When you run across the pieces like this, and they have this on it, just peel that off. Just take that off. You don't really need that in there. Kind of like, you know, when you're doing eggs and you take the membrane off of it. So you just take those pieces off. I have done prayers before for people. Go back in the relationship. They did something they shouldn't have done in a marriage. They want to go back the way that it was. Their spouse does not want to forgive them. They don't want to get hurt again and go through all of that. And so this prayer is to help the situation, to help the situation as in, so things can go back the way it was, so that maybe the spouse can see that the marriage isn't a total loss. The person has a smoking addiction, has a drinking addiction, drug addiction, bad habits, stuff they should not be doing. Doesn't have to be somebody married or anything. It could be a mom wanting the child to stop doing what they're doing, to get them back on the right track, to get them to go backwards before all of that started. I have done prayers before. And so, let me show you what it's looking like now. So you can see it's getting smaller. I'm not very good at this camera thing there. Okay? And so I'm not boring you to death on crushing this for the next 15 minutes. This is some that I have done before. See, crab shell? And you can see how much it gets crushed. Let me do it like this, how fine it is. So this is the end result here if when I jar it up. So if you order any of it, I normally will sell it like in 2 ounces. You don't need very much for a working. Probably just need like maybe a teaspoon, maybe less, because you can use it to anoint a candle. You can use it to dress a candle. And for some of you that's new and don't understand what that means, I will try today, maybe Saturday, one of the 2 days, to do a video on how to anoint a candle or dress a candle. So anyway, that's my video on the crab shells and how I use it and what I use it for. And like I say, I will put the link below on my website, which is spiritualhealer1.com. You can find it easier, put it in the http://spiritualhealer1.com, and that's a 1, not a Winnie, but just a number 1. And just click on the link below and it will take you straight to it. You can go to the store, you can click on products and go straight to spiritual workings, and you will find this and many other items, and a lot of those items on the shelf, you will find it in that area. Keep in mind when you're buying them, I send them in bags. If it's the powdered, if it's the oil, I'll send it in the little 2-ounce bottles or 1-ounce bottle or whatever that is on there for you to purchase. And I thank you very much for visiting my YouTube channel. And don't forget to subscribe. Hit the little bell. If you like the video, hit like. But if you hit the subscribe and the little bell, you can get notified of any future videos. And thank you for watching.